Capcom just revealed their plug-and-play home arcade system. We're going to take a look at it in this video. This is Steve from Restalgia, and let's get started. Hey guys, so I'm just putting together an info video on the Capcom Home Arcade that looks to be coming our way at the end of October of 2019. Now this is some news that was just released earlier on today, and it's actually going to be yesterday by the time this gets uploaded. But what I wanted to do is just kind of go over what exactly it is and what we have to look forward to and give you guys my thoughts on it. So as you can see, this is what the actual unit is going to look like. So we've got kind of a strange cutout that kind of goes in the Capcom logo, and as you can see, there's going to be 6 play buttons, and then you've got 2, probably your start select or your insert coin buttons in the top, and it is going to be dual pads, so you've got 2-player support there, and it looks like we've got cords coming out of the back. So let's go ahead and take a look to see exactly what is included with this Capcom Home Arcade. So it says, the greatest Capcom arcade games experience on the ultimate home arcade, celebrating a true champion of arcade gaming. So as you can see here, it's got their dual-tone logo. The Capcom Home Arcade delivers a classic single and multiplayer arcade gaming experience, features 16 of the best Capcom titles from the golden age of arcade gaming, and 2 full-size premium sticks and button configuration, allowing these games to be played the way they were meant to be played. You've got authentic gaming, so featuring a pair of competition class Sanwa joysticks and 8-way GT wide directional gates and OBSF buttons for the finest precision, response time, and durability. The 16 pre-installed games are the original Capcom CPS-1 and CPS-2 arcade ROMs with emulation provided by FB Alpha. So anybody who's familiar with the hacking scene or emulation in general should know what FB Alpha is. I used it on the PlayStation Classic for a few of the arcade games that I emulated as well, and it's a fantastic emulator, so that's pretty good. Delivering an authentic and accurate arcade experience exclusively for the Capcom Home Arcade. It sounds like it's going to be pretty good. It looks, in general, I mean, the build quality looks good. They're using Sanwa parts, so you know that the controls are going to be reasonably good. They're not top of the line, but they're pretty darn good. Sanwa makes some very good quality parts, so that's something that looks really good. Another really cool feature, it says play, compete, cooperate, break some high scores in single player, team up with friend in co-op, multiplayer, or destroy them in head-to-head battles. Then upload your best scores via the Capcom Home Arcade's onboard Wi-Fi to the worldwide high score leaderboard to see how you match up against other players across the globe. So what that's saying is you're going to have Wi-Fi enabled right into the board, which is actually a really cool feature. We haven't seen any of the classic systems or any of the mini systems or anything like that come out with built-in Wi-Fi. This will be the first one, so that opens the doors for a lot of possibilities down the road. Now I'm not quite sure who's going to jump on board in terms of possibly looking at the internal software of this and modifying it, but that is really cool that Wi-Fi is pre-built into the actual board, and that'll be a first, that you'll actually be able to upload all of your data to a centralized leaderboard. So that's pretty cool that they're doing that. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. You've got 16 classic Capcom arcade titles. You've got 1944, The Loopmaster, Alien vs. Predator, Armored Warriors, Capcom Sports Club, Captain Commando, Cyberbots, Dark Stalkers, Eco Fighters, Final Fight, Ghouls and Ghosts, Gigawing, Mega Man, The Power Battle, Pro Gear, Street Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, Strider. You've also got Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. So there is actually some pretty good games on here. In fact, all of these games are really good games. I'm a little disappointed that they're only going with 16 titles. Now I know that there's clearly going to be some licensing things that they have to work through. 16 games isn't a ton, especially considering when you're looking at the SNES Classic or the NES Classic, or even the PlayStation 1 Classic, all of them came with at least 20 games, so I don't like that it's coming with less, and there's something that's going to be a little bit tough to swallow for a lot of people about it in terms of its pricing, especially since you're only getting 16 games, but it's definitely interesting and something that we're going to want to keep our eyes on and see exactly how this develops. So how it works, simple, plug and play. All we need to do is connect the HDMI, which it's going to come with, to your TV, and the supplied USB cables to a USB power supply and turn on. So this doesn't specifically say if it's going to come with an actual power adapter or if it's only going to come with a USB cord, just like most of the other classic systems do. But either way, it's not horrible to deal with that. So now we've got our actual dimensions here. We've got 22 centimeters wide, 11 centimeters high. Over, you can see where they've got, towards the top here, you've got a bunch of different connectors in, so that's where your micro USB power is going to be. Your HDMI output is going to be there as well. I'd imagine that that's probably where your power switch is going to be, somewhere along there too. And then as you can see, your total width is 74 centimeters. It's going to be quite a large unit here. Pre-order now available, 25th October 2019. It's got a nice little box there, and it doesn't really have any retailers other than their own official store. And that's pretty much it that they've got in terms of their media. Now, if you scroll up, they've actually got a trailer here, and the trailer is really cool. What I'll do is I'll link to the trailer directly in the description down below, so you guys can watch it if you guys are interested in that. I don't really want to play it on my video here, just because you guys can watch it yourself on their channels. So I'll make sure I leave a link to that in the description down below. It just more or less kind of shows off, you know, the look of it and all the features that are going to be involved that we just talked about. But yeah, one of the big things that I think a lot of people are going to have some trouble with is their pricing, though. When you click on the pre-order, it takes you to their Euro page, which is okay. I mean, I'd imagine that you can still pre-order it here regardless of where you live. But they're asking $230, I guess 230 euros, and that's going to equate to something like $280, $290 US, and then probably close to $350, $360 Canadian, which is a huge amount of money to pay for 16 games. So I'm not going to say I'm not interested in it, because it's definitely really cool, and I wonder if there's a way I can change this. Yeah, so we'll switch it over to US dollars. So there you go. If we switch it to US dollars, you can see it's $287.49. That is really, really steep for what you're getting. That being said, if the build quality is really good, who knows? I mean, they've got a lot of features in there, like the onboard Wi-Fi. They've put a lot of thought into it, clearly, and they're using quality parts. So when you're dealing with Sanwa parts, they're not cheap. They're not cheap sticks or buttons. So I mean, we want to keep that in mind, and we want to stay relatively open-minded. I'm just not overly thrilled with the price point. But I am more than happy to wait till this thing comes out, see exactly how it plays, what can be done with it, and then kind of make a better decision or a more informed opinion at that point. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of information. You guys have probably seen it already on a bunch of Facebook feeds or some of the other YouTubers that have already posted a video, but I just wanted to make sure I covered it and showed you guys that this is something that is definitely coming out. And I mean, it does look really sharp. So when you look at the color combination, clearly the Capcom logo is going to be your blue and your yellow colors, but they've really done a nice job with the design of it. So some people don't like it. I actually kind of think it looks pretty cool. I like that the buttons kind of blend into the actual logo themselves. So it looks nice. It's interesting. It's definitely something I'm going to keep my eye out on. What I envision happening here, especially with kind of the build that they've done, it wouldn't surprise me if somebody, I don't know, say like myself or some other modding YouTuber were to pick one of these up and maybe take a look on the inside and see if a Raspberry Pi might work inside there, so you can kind of build your own Raspberry Pi or home arcade. But that's definitely something that we will take a look at down the road if I can manage to get my hands on this for a reasonable price. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys for this video. Thanks for checking it out. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of info on the Capcom Home Arcade that's coming out. Make sure that you leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this thing. Let me know what your thoughts are on the price, on the design of it, on the games that are coming out. If there's anything you hate, anything that you love, just leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. But that's all I've got for you for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Thumbs up to the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.